Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Alex Contreras Miranda. He is the Minister of Economy and Finance for Peru. Minister, it is wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Thank you very much, Judy, for your invitation.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So, Minister, in light of the global economic challenges posed by the pandemic and the subsequent recession, tell me, what is the current investment climate in Peru, and what distinguishes Peru as an investment destination compared to other countries that are in the region?
What I'm seeing, it's an improvement, a significant improvement in the expectations of investors with respect to Peru. They recognize the macroeconomic stability. They recognize also the huge potential that Peru has in different sectors, the mining sector, agricultural sector, and also they are seeing interesting opportunities, for example, in the consolidation of Peru, like a port hub in Latin America, which is something important. I had some previous meeting with investors, and they are very interested, not just in the financial investment, also in the real sector investment, which is very important for us. Peru has a positive track record in macroeconomic stability. We have one of the lowest country risks in the region, low rate, debt to GDP ratio, lowest inflation in the region, and also these are important ingredients that are very attractive for the investors.
Mm-hmm. So now, Peru does have a reputation as being a leading mining nation. Tell me, what additional sectors and investment opportunities does Peru provide in line with the government's medium to long-term strategic vision?
Yes, in our strategic vision, we have the mining sector, but also Peru is a power with respect to the agricultural sector, and there are some additional sectors that have a huge potential, the tourism sector, and also we're working in diversify our economy. As I mentioned, there is the opportunity for Peru to consolidate like the hub port in the region, which is very important. Also, we're very rich in natural resources. Peru has the 62% of the territory of Peru is Amazonian territory, and it has also enormous possibilities to develop. And what we're trying to do like government is impulse an agenda to accelerate the investment in infrastructure, which is opening also more opportunities for the investors.
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing to recover your economy and close social gaps?
Yes, it's a priority for us to accelerate the closing of social gaps. The pandemic had a tremendous impact on the people. 2023 was a very challenging year that impact also on poverty rate, on inequality. And the goal of the government, our commitment is advance to accelerate the closing of the social gaps in specific sectors, for example, water and sanitation, health and education. And that's why it's a priority of the government to launch this impulse to the infrastructure, especially the social infrastructure, sustainable infrastructure, resilient infrastructure, considering also the impact that have the phenomenon El Niño and other natural disasters. But it's our commitment by government accelerate the closing of these social gaps, which is tremendous, and we want to recover the time that we lost to the pandemic and that we lost due to these shocks that we faced in 2023.
Mm-hmm. Now, you do have the megaport in Chancay. Tell me, how will the construction impact the country's role in international trade? I mean, it is in a great geographical location.
No, sure. One of the strategies of this government is consolidate Peru, like the most important port in the region. Definitely there will be a Peru after Chancay, because you know that we have the port of Chancay and also the port of Callao that is improving its services. So the idea is to use this port to leverage our economy on these ports to, for example, generate a boost in exports, to diversify our economy, to attract also more investors that can be interested in investing in some specific sectors. We're working, for example, in create special zones with some tax incentives with the goal to attract investors that can, for example, produce in Peru with the goal to export to Asia. And it's a priority for our government to use this infrastructure. Actually, the Port of Chancay should start its operations on December of this year. We have also a new airport, and what we want to do is to create infrastructure around this new infrastructure with the goal to increase our capacity of growth. In the last years, the potential growth of Peru reduced dramatically, and the commitment of this new administration is to revert this trend. And the start of the Port of Chancay and also the changes in the Port of Callao can be an important impulse for the Peruvian economy. And that's why this is a priority also in our agenda.
Now, in recent years, Peru has shown interest in joining the OECD. So tell me, what's the current status and what would membership mean for Peru?
Currently, we are in the committees discussing the reforms, the new laws that we need to pass with the goal to accede to the OECD. We're accelerating the process to accede to the OECD because for us it's very important to improve our standards for to implement public policies. And the goal of the government is at least till 2026 have the conditions to be a member of the OECD that have many benefits. It, for example, will make strengthen our institutions. It will also facilitate more investment, and it could generate significant changes in many features in respect, for example, in taxation, with respect to competence, to respect to promote the private investment, and is our priority. We sent our initial report, and now we are negotiating and having meetings with the different committees. So the idea is to reach the conditions to be a member of OECD in 2026.
Okay. And finally, Minister, Peru is set to host the upcoming APEC meeting. So tell me, what expectations surround this gathering, and what role is Peru expected to play in its capacity as the host nation?
I'm sure that this year is going to be the year of Peru. APEC, it's like the windows where Peru can show all its potential to the world, all the possibilities. We're going to receive many delegations of different countries. And this opens many opportunities, for example, to be in touch with global leaders, to be in touch with investors, and show the benefits that Peru and the opportunities that Peru can offer to the world. For us, it's a priority this year to have a fantastic APEC meetings. Actually, the president of China is coming to the inauguration of the Port of Chancay. And also different global authorities will have meeting with us. We will receive investors, and it's a fantastic opportunity for Peru.
All right, well, Minister, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thank you so much for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Thank you very much, Judy.